Does your child love something deeply, but the school always is trying to take it away? It could be a mistake they're making, because that obsession might be the reason your child feels safe enough to learn. Number blocks or superheroes are not the problem. The way adults react to it is. Maybe you notice how quickly adults panic when the child becomes too obsessively focused on one thing, also called referred to as special interest, something like number blocks, dinosaurs, or maybe even vacuum cleaners. Suddenly, the conversation becomes, he's too obsessed. This is not appropriate in the classroom. We need to redirect him. He needs a broader interest. This is enabling him. And the pressure starts. At school, teachers worry, uh, they worry the parents at home, and everybody panics around that thing. But that's what many adults miss. For a child on a spectrum, that obsession is not a problem. It gives them regulation, safety, joy, and connection. And what if a special interest, it's not something to reduce, but something we can use? What if that deep focus on number blocks is not limiting the child, but actually is giving us a very useful teaching tool? And I'm not suggesting here just to leave them alone with that interest and not intervene. When we stop fighting the interest, we can start building through it, and that changes everything. When schools or adults try to restrict special interest, few things might happen. The child might become more anxious, more rigid, and more withdrawn, and sometimes even more obsessive. Why? Because special interests do real neurological work. Research shows when an autistic person engages with their special interest, stress levels decrease and cognitive flexibility can actually improve. Communication becomes easier. That interest is not random, it's regulating the nervous system. It's predictable, it's structured, and it makes sense in a world that often doesn't. So when we remove that abruptly, we're not just taking a toy away, we're taking away stability. And then we wonder why behavior escalates. So instead of asking, how do we stop this obsession? We have to ask, how do we enter it? For example, if your child is obsessed with number blocks, you can teach turn taking through number block games, practice writing using number characters, expand language by describing the characters, build math confidence, and most importantly, we can use it as a bridge to peer connection. And in classrooms, special interests can increase participation, improve transitions, and motivate difficult tasks, reduce shutdowns. When the child feels seen in what they love, they feel safe. And when they feel safer, they learn more. They connect more. Connection first, expansion second. Because the goal is not to eliminate special interest. The goal is to widen their world through it. Thank you for watching.